Hey guys, I am Ian K, and in this video I'm going to make a quick guide and showcase on the team that I use to beat floor 100 Scarab King on hard Doom Tower. So the team I'm using is relatively budget friendly. I'm only using 3 epics, a rare and an uncommon. So the mechanics of the Scarab King is that you have to have a shield on to attack the boss. If you don't have a shield on when you attack the boss will counterattack you and it can steal your buffs and it will basically make you lose if your team is not built for that. So the way I built my team is to speed tune my entire team to always have a shield up whenever they attack. So in this case, Miscreated Monster is here to place the shield, and he will go first. So he will place the shield first, so everyone can attack. And in the rotation, um, when the shield before the shield wears off, he is able to place the shield again. So the champion in Miscreated Monster's place can be any champion that places a shield on the same cooldown as the skill that places the shield. So a great example is what was that lizardman's name? A rare lizardman. Here, Metal Shaper. So you can use him if you don't have a Miscreated Monster. He places shield for 2 turns on a 2 turn cooldown. So you just have to have him high enough speed to place to go first. Another example of a champion that does that is Valkyrie as well. And Valkyrie is amazing here since her A1 also decreases turn meter, which is the second point that we need for this boss. So you do not ever want to let this boss take a turn. So you always want to keep this boss's turn meter down, because if he ever takes a turn and attacks, he will provoke your champions, and your champions will never get to use their skill again. Your Miscreated Monster will never get to place the shield, and it will cause the chain reaction of attacks and counter attacks from the boss, and you will lose the fight again. So here we have 3 champions that decreases turn meter. First is Allure. So she is one of the best champions to control the turn meter of the boss. But she is magic affinity. So you will have unlucky weak hits, which causes her to not decrease turn meter. And if that happens too often, you will lose the fight. So we have a second turn meter decreasing champion in Armiger. So he is the backup to constantly help Allure decrease turn meter, and as well as Coldheart. She's here to do damage, but also decrease turn meter whenever her Heartseeker is off cooldown. So that's the second aspect to beat this boss. The third aspect is what Stag Knight is here for: decrease speed. Decrease speed is also another important debuff to have on this boss. I have played this team using Lydia since I have her, and I was not able to get past the boss even with the increased speed that Lydia provides. Decreased speed, I found decreased speed to be the key factor in helping me beat this boss. So Stag Knight has it on his A1, and he also provides the decreased defense so that our team can deal more damage to the boss. And finally, the last aspect to beating this boss requires you to have a destroy set. He has a mechanic where you have to decrease his max HP in order to deal damage to him. So, and we do that using a destroy set. So in this team, I have 2 champions equipped in destroy, which are Armiger and Coldheart. So they will be there to constantly reduce their max HP, and when the max HP counter is achieved, they can finally deal enough damage to actually kill this boss. All right, so that is the thought process behind the team that I'm using. So, and the other aspect is we need everyone to be relatively fast. So I have my Miscreated Monster here at about 257 speed. I will go over all of the gear in detail at the end of the video. So he is at 257, and everyone else is below that since he has to go first, but everyone is still above 200 speed. Ideally, you want them to be as fast as possible to be able to take their turns much quicker and reduce the the boss's turn meter. So I've recorded a video of the run, and we can show the run, and I can kind of go through what the run looks like. So in this case, this first wave, there are war chiefs that uh, reflects damage, so you don't actually want to go too hard on DPS on them because your teams will die, especially the Cold Hearts. If I use Cold Hearts AoE there, she will kill herself. So I'll just carefully use their skills. So you see, only with 2 War Chief, her health got down to like 15%. So the third War Chief reflecting damage will kill her. So just use your A1s carefully. And I'm using my A2 right there, and because I know that they will be off cooldown by the time I reach the boss. But again, you should be careful to make sure that everyone has their cooldowns available when they reach the boss, especially the shield. That is the most important aspect, so you don't lose the fight immediately. Okay, so this is where it starts. He uses the shield first. I choose to use the A1 there to place the decreased speed, and Allure places the decreased defense. Sorry, Allure decreases the turn meter, Armiga decreases turn meter, and finally place the decreased defense here. And now I can start using the Heart Seekers and dealing damage to reduce the boss's max HP. So you can see the shield, the green shield there, and the purple bar here. This is the bar that we have to reduce all the way down to 0 before we start doing damage to the boss. Yep, so the entire run will just follow the rotation. Miscreated Monster will place his shield before everyone takes a turn. And yeah, this run has to be done obviously entirely manually because we want to make sure that they use the skills that we want them to use. We can't risk the rotation falling over or we will lose the fight. So there are cases where you can get quite unlucky and Allure maybe places too many weak hits, and that's just inevitable. So don't be discouraged if you fail. You might just have to restart the run and try again. It took me quite a lot of runs before I finally able to beat the boss for the first time somehow. And after I beat it for the first time, somehow I just never got unlucky again and able to beat it every other time. But yeah, you may get unlucky and get too many weak hits, which may cause you to just have to restart and try again. And here, Allure alone is not enough to decrease turn meter. Like I mentioned before, you need. I didn't have a second Allure or Lysandra, so I was forced to build myself an Armiger just so I have a secondary decrease turn meter champion. So if you noticed, I've never used Armiga's A2 at all in this entire fight. I've constantly kept using his A1 because I didn't want to risk not losing the turn meter. So despite, even if you see the turn meter is really low, I would not try to risk using his A2 at all. It's fine to take it slow, just play it safe, and just constantly use his A1. Decreasing turn meter is much more important than dealing damage for now. You will kill it eventually, as long as the turn meter, you keep his turn meter down. Okay, there we finally have the bar down to 0, so we start doing some damage now. And the Cold Heart will eventually kill it with her Heart Seekers. There you have it. It's just rinse and repeat following that same turn order until you kill the boss. So I think this is where I go over each of my champions' gear individually, and you can take a look at how they're geared. So first I have Allure. So she has 241 speed, 342 accuracy, and of course 100% crit rate. So I don't have any mastery set on her at all. It's not needed. I only have the crit rate mastery here. So she is currently built in Affinity Breaker set, which honestly, after testing, I found that it's not that much useful, not useful at all actually. I still had occasional fail runs that I have to restart. So if you don't, it doesn't matter if you don't have this gear, just gear her in normal speed, perception, and accuracy set, and she will do her job fine. The next is Stagnite. So this is the stats I had for him. It's a 251 speed, it's like some great crit damage and accuracy. As you can see here, I had him in Relentless gear, but you can't have anyone in Relentless gear because you have to have them in shields in order to attack. And the extra turns from the Relentless will take him out of the shield and will cause the run to fail. So I switched out one of the Relentless pieces for a different piece. In this case, it's an accuracy chest to get his accuracy high enough and break the Relentless set. And these are the masteries that I have for him. Yep, now we have miscreated monster. So his stats doesn't matter at all. All you need to him to do is just have the highest speed on your entire team. It doesn't matter what his other stats is. He's just there to place the shield. Then we have the Cold Heart. So this Cold Heart is in a destroy gear. So she has 204 speed and a good amount of 70% crit rate that we need and a good amount of crit damage. These are her masteries in Helm Smasher. And this is my Armiger. As you can see, he doesn't have masteries as well, and he is also in Destroy gear. This is his stats. You need the 330 accuracy for him to decrease the turn meter. And there you have it. Yeah, so that is the team that I used to beat the Scarab King on stage on floor 110 on Heart Doom Tower. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Obviously, I'll try my best to help. And of course, this is a champion that I use with relatively budget champions. I don't have some of the better champions for this boss, like Lysandra. Lysandra is amazing for this boss. Lysandra, Valkyrie to place the shields. Those two, if you have those two champions, then it's going to be much easier for you to beat the boss then. All right, thank you.